Okay. Good morning to my 29 subscribers and anybody else who watches this video. Okay. This is chapter 1, Jerusalem Countdown, John Hagee, A Prelude to War. World War III has begun. Chapter 1. The new revelations shared in this chapter and the next make it clear. America is now engaged in a bloody battle with religious fanatics on a mission from their God to kill Christians and Jews. America is stumbling in the fog of political correctness, lacking the intellectual honesty to admit that radical Islam has every intention of conquering Western civilization. There are 57 Islamic nations, about 1.3 billion people, of which 22 are Arab nations, about 300 million people. The Islamic religion is a rapidly growing religion that is often controlled by militants who want to impose their beliefs on the rest of the world. Their three main goals are to drive all Westerners out of the Middle East, exterminate Christians and Jews, establish a one-world Islamic government and religion. Militants believe all Muslims are soldiers in Allah's army who must fight, or if they don't fight, they must give financial support to those who do. They believe all non-Muslims are their enemy. All non-Muslims must be forced to submit to Islam. All territory that has ever been under Islamic rule must be brought back under Islamic rule forever. When Muslims become the majority in any country, they must control the government. The Jews are only temporary residents of Jerusalem and Israel. There can be a temporary peace of up to 10 years between Islam and others, but no permanent peace. There can be no concessions to non-Muslims. All concessions by non-Muslims are signs of weakness and an indication that Muslims are winning. Muslims can sign a temporary peace treaty and break it if doing so advances the cause of Islam. Muslims are in a holy war, jihad, until Judgment Day. Muslims believe Christians and Jews have distorted the scriptures. They believe the Bible is full of errors, but Allah's messenger, Muhammad, created the distortions and gave Islam the Quran. Muhammad's teachings supersede those of Jesus and all others. They believe Islam is the only true religion and is destined to replace all other religions. Muslims must do more good works than bad or die a martyr's death to be saved. In effect, salvation by works, and all Jews and Christians are cursed. The more radical members don't believe in a civil society. They quickly deny basic freedoms such as human rights, civil rights, and women's rights, and they readily justify the killing of innocent men, women, and children to promote their cause. Here are some additional Muslim beliefs shown in contrast to the beliefs of Christianity. Muslims worship the moon god of Mecca called Allah. Muslims say Allah is not love, but Christians say Jehovah is love. Muslims say Allah is not a father, but Christians call Jehovah Father. Muslims say Allah cannot be known in a personal way, but Christians say Jehovah can be known personally. Muslims say Allah made a covenant with Abraham to give the promised land to Ishmael's descendants, but Christians and Jews say Jehovah made a covenant with Abraham to give the promised land to Isaac and his descendants. Muslims say Jesus was created from dust like Adam, but Christians say Jesus was born of a virgin. Muslims say Jesus was a messenger of God, but Christians say Jesus but Christians say Jesus is the Son of God. Muslims say Judas Iscariot died on the cross, but Christians say Jesus died on the cross. Muslims say their sins can be forgiven, but they have to kill an infidel, non-Muslim, to obtain forgiveness. Muslims believe in a Messiah called the Mahdi, but Christians say the Messiah is Jesus. Muslims say the Messiah will be a descendant of Muhammad, but Christians and Jews say the Messiah will be a descendant of King David. Muslims say the Messiah will reign on earth for 7 years and die, but Christians say he will reign on earth for 1,000 years and never die. Muslims say the Messiah will conquer Israel, but Christians and Jews say the Messiah will rescue Israel. Muslims believe in a great war at the end of the age called the Mother of All Battles, but Christians call it the Battle of Armageddon, and Jews call it the Battle of All Battles. Those who say that Christianity and Islam are sister faiths need to get their heads out of the sand. President George Bush has given moral clarity to this clash of civilizations, saying this nation is at war with Islamic fascists. Rush Limbaugh, America's foremost conservative radio icon, has said, "This is a religious war. There is no room for compromise in a religious war. No room for settlement." Cal Thomas said, "It is life or death. We want to live and they want us dead. Any questions? We had better overthrow them before they overthrow us. We can doubt their ultimate objective." Or who can doubt their ultimate objective? Their ultimate objective has clearly been established by the president of Iran, the new Hitler of the Middle East. He said at a Tehran news conference in support of the Palestinians who voted on a terrorist organization, Hamas, to lead their government. Like it or not, the Zionist regime, Israel, is heading toward annihilation. Ahmadinejad called Israel a rotten, dried tree that will be annihilated by one storm. Ahmadinejad's response to the nations of the world who are concerned that they are making nuclear weapons to attack Israel and America is as follows. Our answer to those who are angry about Iran achieving the full nuclear cycle is one phrase. We say, be angry and die of this anger. Ahmadinejad has denied that the Holocaust ever happened. He holds that 6 million Jews were not systematically slaughtered in Hitler's final solution. Ahmadinejad said, "Today they, Europeans, have created a myth in the name of Holocaust and consider it to be above God, religion, and the prophets. If you committed this big crime, Holocaust, then why should the oppressed Palestinian nation pay the price? This is our proposal. If you, Europeans, committed the crime, then give a part of your own land in Europe, the United States, Canada, or Alaska to them, Jews, so that the Jews can establish their country." His tirade against Israel makes it clear that he intends to use nuclear weapons against the Jewish state. There is no doubt that the new wave of attacks in Palestine will soon wipe off this disgraceful blot, Israel, from the face of the Islamic world. Israel must be wiped off the map. There is a clear and present danger to America and Israel from a nuclear Iran. There will soon be a nuclear blast in the Middle East that will transform the road to Armageddon into a racetrack. America and Israel will either take down Iran, or Iran will become nuclear and take down America and Israel. The attack by 19 Islamic terrorists on September 11th, 2001 should have proven even to America's lobotomized liberals that radical Islam has the willingness to attack and kill us in mass on our soil. Thank God they did not have nuclear weapons on 9/11, or our casualties would have been in the millions. I believe Iran already has the ability to enrich plutonium, giving them the capacity to make nuclear suitcase bombs that will be smuggled into America's major cities to Islamic terrorist cells prepared to create an American Hiroshima. On a quiet street, the men next door are going about their business, the business of nuclear terrorism. Nuclear power will give Iran the ability to launch medium-range missiles with nuclear warheads. These missiles can reach London, Jerusalem, and New York City thanks to Russian scientists who have been working with Iran for years in the development of their nuclear program. Imagine the global impact of those three major cities were attacked in 1 hour, creating a nuclear holocaust in three nations. Just because you can't imagine a nightmare of mega proportions becoming reality, do not be duped into believing it can't happen. In 1860, Americans never imagined that in a matter of months, their fathers, sons, and husbands would be killing each other in the nightmare that was the Civil War. More than 620,000 Americans died in that war. One of the darkest hours of our history. It was unimaginable, but it happened. In 1939, the citizens of London never imagined that more than 40,000 of their fellow citizens would lie dead in the streets from Nazi bombings, and that within 5 years, Great Britain would never be great again. In December of 1941, Americans could not imagine the Japanese would attack Pearl Harbor, killing almost 3,000 Americans, while Japanese diplomats were in the offices of Secretary of State Cordell Hull, talking of peace while bombs were falling and Americans were dying at Pearl Harbor. No one imagined 9/11 could happen, but it did. Those who forget the mistakes of the past are doomed to repeat them in the future. Today, few can imagine that Iran could possibly launch 3 nuclear missiles in 1 hour to destroy New York City, London, and Jerusalem, to create a nuclear holocaust. The truth is, if Iran is not stopped, the maniacal dream of President Ahmadinejad will become a literal nightmare for Western civilization. Consider the size of the Islamic fascists' army. How massive is this radical Islamic army that America and Israel face? Scholarly sources state that there are 1.3 billion people on the face of the earth. Practicing Islam, approximately 1/5 of mankind. Okay, my battery is about to run out. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there, and then I'll let my phone charge, and then we'll get back to it. Thank you for watching.